You know, there's no formula that anyone has devised to find out how long it takes someone to get over a loss. A lot of it depends on how much guilt is involved. It depends on how long a time that person had to adjust. Was it a sudden death? Was it a longer illness where they had time to sort of make amends and say their goodbyes? So never judge or never try to determine how long it should take someone. I'll never forget, just about a month after our little boy died, the assistant pastor at our church came over and sat down with me, and he said, "Now, come on, you should be up. You should be doing things. You should be getting on with your life." And it was like somebody put a dagger in my heart. Here was my pastor, who even as a pastor didn't understand how long it takes years. Our little boy was buried on Christmas Eve, which is the birth of a baby. So it was probably 5 or 6 years before I really enjoyed Christmas again. And so somebody judging me for not getting on with my life was one of the cruelest things that anyone could have done. One of the thoughts that I want to share with you, a wonderful idea. After my husband died, I had a friend who came over, and she brought this kind of threadbare, kind of ugly little bear, and it sat on the dresser, and with the little bear she had a note, and she said, "A friend of mine who had breast cancer was given this bear, and she was told by the friend who gave it to her to keep it beside her bed, to know that there was always someone who was loving her and praying for her." And the note said, "When you get healthy enough so you don't need the little bear any longer, pass it along to someone else." And so my friend Cheryl said, "It's been 4.5 years since my husband died. I now feel comfortable to pass the bear on to you." So I had the little bear. It sat on my dresser for a long, long, long time. And after about 4 years, I had a client whose wife died of cancer and left 2 tiny little boys. And I knew what a terrible time he was having. We shared a lot of talks at that time and a lot of tears. About a month after Christmas, I decided, I think I'm ready to give up the bear. And so one night I prayed about who should have that bear, and it was Jeff who came to my mind. I packed up the little bear, and I have to say I cried the whole time because I kept thinking, what if I need him again? But I packed up the little bear. I wrote a note telling the story of the bear and sent it to my client friend Jeff. He told me just recently, it's been almost 4 years now since his wife died. He told me just recently, "Barbara, I think I'm about ready to pass on the bear." So think about what can you do that will show that person it doesn't matter how long it takes. You care about them no matter how long. But do something that helps them to understand, even in this midst of lots of pain and lots of darkness and lots of loneliness, there is someone there who cares and who loves and accepts them. And again, that will help them to get through that time in a much more healthy way.